When you first launch the application, and at any other time when there is no job file open, the primary interface will look like this. The application will be parked in a mode that offers very few functions. The only active menu options will be File Operations, options that apply to the application as a whole, and the Help menu. Taking a closer look at each of these, the File menu allows you to create a new jobs dataset, open an existing jobs dataset, or exit the application. On the toolbar, this button is the same as the File Open menu, in that it opens an existing job set complete with its mapping interface. In contrast, this toolbar button lets you open the data file for an existing transient analysis job in text format without the mapping interface. There are two purposes for this button. One, enabling you to open old legacy datasets which were created years ago before the mapping interface existed, and giving you direct access to transient analysis results that you created in an earlier work session. For example, the transient results you ran yesterday. The Options menu allows you to set the application's zooming multiplication factor, edit the default color scheme that you want to apply to all of your jobs, and edit the default pipe library that you want to have available for most, if not all, of your jobs. The Help menu allows you to access the user manual's content, look up information about the application's version, and apply an update to the license on your hardware security key. When you open a jobs data, you see this interface laid out on your screen. Naming each element quickly in turn, this is the title bar. Below it is the menu bar. The screen is divided into two windows, the left one being the selection tree and the right one being the main graphics window. At the bottom of the screen is a set of status bars. The two windows have toolbars on their borders, with the most frequently used toolbars being the top toolbar here, the left side toolbar containing all the functions relating to the fundamental system components and mapping functions here, while over here on the right side toolbar are the system components relating to surge protection. We will take a more detailed look at each of these elements a bit later. For now, it is absolutely essential that you know where the primary gearbox is in this car, or should I say, where are the buttons that change the entire mode of operation of the software? Well, they are right here. As an example, note what happens to the buttons shown on the top toolbar and the left side and right side toolbars when I change out of edit mode into simulation mode. A lot changed. Some functions remained, some disappeared while new ones are presented. This can be confusing until you become familiar with the application's user interface. It is deliberately designed this way to allow the minimum number of steps, clicks, to get your work done. Yes, there are other ways of laying out a user interface. People use a lot of these different approaches on web-based applications. Many of them present a more simple, linear, and limited set of functions at any point in time. They tend to make you move further up and down the user interface before you find and complete what you want to achieve. While they may make you do more clicks, those other interfaces are less confusing because they offer fewer choices at any point in the workflow. Our user interface presents a context-relevant mix of menus, toolbar buttons, selection trees, and input forms to enable familiar users achieve their tasks quickly. Our challenge then becomes turning you into a familiar user. So back to where you find the mode of operation buttons. They are found on the top toolbar here, and in simulation mode, two more buttons that change operation mode are found here, and here. The full suite of license functions provides 6 operating modes. Which mode you see depends on which features you license. This button puts the application into simulate mode, allowing real-time steady-state hydraulics, transient hydraulics, or water quality distribution to be simulated. This button puts the application into edit mode, allowing data to be edited in plan view on a map and through edit forms and tables. This button puts the application into browse steady-state hydraulic results mode. This button puts the application into browse water quality results mode. For example, looking at the distribution of water age or chemical concentration throughout a pipe network. This button puts the application into simulate transient hydraulics mode. And this button puts the application into the mode which opens and browses the results of a previously run transient simulation.